Good morning, everybody. And looks like we got Dawn in here. Good morning, Dawn. Good to see you. And I'm just trying to sign in here. That's different. All right. So, good morning. And good to see everybody this Saturday. How y'all been this week? Been pretty good myself. Got some news that my colleague will be leaving my company, so I will be the only supervisor on hand for my department, which is a little stressful, but I'll get through it. I want to wait till a few more people get in here before we start talking about today's topic, but you know how that goes. I usually derail anyway, and the topics get out of hand, and that's fine. I like talking about everything that we can. I do got a little buddy here with me. Say hi. He says hi. Alrighty. So it looks like I got maybe one or two people in here right now. So thank you for joining me. If you're new here, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. And give the video a like. Hit that thumbs up. Let's see how high we can get this video. I've been a little discouraged lately. It's been a few months. I haven't really got many views on my channel, but I'm noticing other channels aren't either. But there are smaller channels that are up and coming, and they're doing pretty well. And I'm not jealous by any means. I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're doing well. I like that. I like seeing more channels come up. It gives me more people to interact with. So I really like it. I just wish my channel would get a few more views. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. If any of you can see anything that sticks out like a sore thumb of what I could be doing better, please do let me know. I'll be more than happy to change my approach or change my thumbnails, titles, whatever. Just see how well we can do with it. Alright, give me just 1 second off camera here. Sorry for that. My allergies have been kicking in again lately, and I haven't been feeling the best. But I'm here. I'm not skipping another one, so I might have to get up a couple times to go blow my nose or clear it out or whatever. But yeah, it's been a rough week. Our weather here has been 100 degrees and thunderstorms and rain showers and stuff, which just makes it more humid. So it's not like a cool 100 degrees. Not that 100 degrees would ever be cool, but it's not like there's a breeze or anything. It's stagnant, hot, humid air. It's like breathing underwater in a hot tub, and it's kind of gross. So it's been messing with everybody's sinuses and allergies and stuff like that. And our company's trying to say, oh, you got COVID, you can't come into work. Well, you can't tell me I have COVID. I have allergies really bad. I've always had them. Claritin clears it up, or Allegra or whatever. So pretty sure if those two pills work on COVID, then COVID shouldn't be a thing. So I don't know. But my company doesn't make me stay home. They just get a little concerned when I give a little sniffle in the office. Hey, DR, good to see you. Hey, Billy Bob, thanks for joining. Sorry, I'm just sitting here talking about the woes of normal everyday life. Probably shouldn't be. It's whatever. We all have things going on in our lives, and this whole pandemic thing just seems to be exacerbating everything and making everything so much worse than it really is. And the political structure of the world right now is really crappy, and I don't want to talk about that either. So I shouldn't do that. But I do want to get into the main topic today, and that's the War of the Bounty Hunters comic series. Have any of you watched or read it? been following it and reading it and stuff like that. I put all the main series on the thumbnail for this video. And the first couple issues, the Alpha one and the number one of War of the Bounty Hunters, were amazing. I was so happy with them. I was like, yes, Boba Fett. Yes, all right. I mean, not that everything has to be Boba Fett. I know that's what I talk about a lot and everything. But not that everything has to be Boba Fett. But it's good to get new stories about the guy. I mean, how many stories do we have about Luke Skywalker? Come on, they keep throwing him in more and more and more stuff. It's like, dude, enough with Luke. Let's get on to some other characters. But, I mean, Ahsoka's got a lot more stories than Boba Fett even, and she came along 25 years after Boba Fett, or 20 years. So I'm just really excited that this character's getting some more stories and stuff. I know the old Legends had stories about him, but they threw that out. So now it's time for the new stuff. I'd have my Sphero R2-D2 set to human interaction, so he's just looking out for me. He's kind of my bodyguard right now, Billy Bob. Yeah, everything does have to be Boba Fett DR. But anyways, so then the last couple issues, the number 2 and the number 3, have kind of disappointed me. They've gone off in a new direction. They're not moving the story forward. It seems like the stories are just bogging down. Like, just, they're stuck in this party thing, and it's like, come on, get it over with, get done with it. Why is Darth Vader fighting Qi'ra? That shouldn't even be a thing. Qi'ra shouldn't even be a thing, really. I mean, a quick cameo, hey, here I am, that's cool, neat, go back to the underworld and get away from us. We got a story here about Boba Fett, not about you. It's not all about you, Qi'ra, but apparently it is. Thank you, Don, I appreciate that. Star Wars make Cad Bane in Book of Boba. I'd like to see Cad Bane in the Book of Boba. I do like, don't get me wrong, I do like the War of the Bounty Hunters series, but it doesn't seem like they're becoming about what they were billed for. We were told it was a Boba Fett centric comic about what happened to Han Solo while he was trying to transport him to Jabba the Hutt. Now I'm sure they'll get back to that storyline, but now it doesn't seem like it's about getting Solo back anymore. It seems like it's about Qi'ra keeping her power with Crimson Dawn and trying to bring in the rest of the cartels to follow in. So War of the Bounty Hunters is supposed to be about Boba Fett, but it's becoming about Qi'ra. Dr. Aphra is supposed to be about Dr. Aphra during these events, but it's more about Deathstick and these two little runt guys that that somebody else is trying to kick their ass. Darth Vader is supposed to be about Darth Vader, but the last Darth Vader comic didn't have Darth Vader in it until the last 2 pages. It was about Ochi. If anybody knows who Ochi is, he's the Sith Jedi Hunter or whatever from the sequel trilogy. They're trying to make him relevant now. So everything's becoming more about other characters rather than who it's billed for. Come on, I bought a Darth Vader comic because I wanted to see Darth Vader. I wanted to see his storyline, not Ochi's. Make an Ochi comic. I bought War of the Bounty Hunters because I wanted to see the bounty hunters doing what they do, not Qi'ra. Make a Qi'ra comic, which is coming. I read that the other day, that Charles Soule, this is only the first series of a trilogy series all around Qi'ra. It's not what we were told back in February. We were told this was going to be about Boba Fett. But now he's changed the story that it's all about Qi'ra. So, sorry for that. I don't hate Kira's character. I just don't think she really has a place in this. If they would have made a Solo 2 and just finished it up, we wouldn't be going through this. All right, let's see. Wait a minute. What was that, DR? She's talking about she has sources? No, I haven't seen the new Star Wars Lego game trailer. Sorry, guys. I'm reading your comments and stuff, and trying to keep up with that. No, but there was something else I was gonna say. Let me go back. Oh, Boba Fett. So, with all this about Qi'ra and all this stuff, and a lot of people are speculating that she's going to be in the book of Boba Fett. So you know what that means. She's already taken over the War of the Bounty Hunters comics. Does that mean she's going to take over the book of Boba Fett? I mean, come on, Emilia Clarke. I love you. I think you're awesome. You could have used more clothes in Game of Thrones, but that's neither here nor there. Hopefully you keep them on in the book of Boba and these War of the Bounty Hunter comics. But it doesn't have to be about you. We wanted to see what's going on with Boba Fett. We needed Boba Fett stories. We need him to see what he's going to turn up like. Is he going to become the Mandalore like Legends? Is he going to just drift off into his own bounty hunting thing? Is he going to have kids and a grandkid and then become the Mandalore like in Legends? Or is it just going to fade into a Qi'ra centric comic or story where Qi'ra becomes the anti Luke Skywalker or anti Han Solo even? It's getting to be too much. Sorry. I want if she gets into the book of Boba, I want to see Han Solo kill her. Honestly, I mean, can you imagine when Han Solo gets unfrozen? They never showed this in any of the movies because the story didn't exist. But can you imagine Han Solo becoming unfrozen and finding out the girl he loved for so long and promised to rescue and all this stuff, captured his frozen ass and then sold him on the black market? That's a how do you do. That makes you feel really good about yourself. Yes, I agree with that, DR, but damn it, they better keep Qi'ra out of it. I'm sorry, bring me Cad Bane. I don't care. Bring me... if you can find a way to decanonize Dark Disciples, bring Ventress back. I don't care who the villain is, as long as it's not Qi'ra. I like her. I like her character and everything, but I don't think it has a place in the Book of Boba. It has a place in the Solo storyline, yes, but not the Book of Boba Fett, because that's not about Solo anymore. It's about Boba Fett. Yeah, absolutely, Billy Bob. We do need more Boba Fett backstory. And guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been doing a lot of Boba Fett and Mandalorian and Jango Fett videos and stuff. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to branch away just maybe 1 or 2 videos a week onto some other Star Wars stuff. Because I was looking through my playlists and everything. I was like, oh my God, I haven't really done anything else. I did a Visions video a couple weeks ago and a Bad Batch one, but during the Bad Batch one, I talked about Boba Fett. And during the Visions one, I talked about Boba Fett. So I really need to go back to getting into more Star Wars stuff. Thanks, DR. It is, but I'm trying to expand my audience as well. And I think it's a very tight niche of getting more people to join in my videos and stuff when it's just Boba Fett. I'm losing a lot of subscribers, and I think they're getting tired of seeing Boba Fett, honestly. But that's not saying I won't make Boba Fett videos, because I will, because there's new stuff coming out all the time now. But I just think that I need to broaden my horizons a little bit, do a Ventress video, or an Ahsoka video again, or something like that, or talk about this asshole Ochi. Sorry guys, I've been using some foul language today. That's not like me usually. Not in here at least. At home, meh, that's different. But in here I don't like to do that. Oh, you got that dent that shows Daniel Logan and Bane standoff. That'd be cool. I'd get along with that, DR. Hey, you're not too late though, Robin. Thank you for joining, buddy. But yeah, I think Robin's one of them that's getting tired of the Boba Fett stuff as well. But he's a trooper. He does go in and comment on almost all of them. No, it's just been a stressful week. Like I said, I found out my colleague's leaving the company, so it's going to leave me as the only supervisor in my department. So I've just been blowing off some steam the last couple days, and not in a positive way either. And I really need to get back to my positivity and my roots. Let me grab my little quartz egg here and give it a little rub. I try to keep that on hand, at least while I'm doing my videos, to keep me centered. Mando with a plan. Good to see you, Blaze Cap. Thank you. On Boba Fett's wife and daughter? Yeah. I mean, I could do, I'd like to do a fan fiction on that, actually. Is Daniel Logan going to be Boba Fett in flashbacks? Hey, congratulations, Blaze Cap. Yeah, Robin, I am going to stray away from doing too many more Boba Fett, Jango Fett videos, Mandalorian stuff, until at least some real new material comes out. I'll still talk about the War of the Bounty Hunters comics. Hopefully they circle back and become what they're supposed to be about again. And when the Book of Boba comes out, there's going to be plenty to talk about. I'd just like to get into doing more Star Wars stuff. I am Star Wars fanatic. I'm not Boba Fett fanatic, even though he is my favorite character. And I love talking about him. I love collecting his stuff. I think I really need to get into more of the Star Wars lore. Yeah, Daniel Logan is the best. Cassis Fett. I'd like to. Mando with a plan. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I hope they don't do too many flashbacks, because I do want to see where Boba Fett's story goes. Unless they're going to make it a multiple season type thing. The first season, yeah, they can have some flashbacks and stuff. Kind of like they did with The Mandalorian, with Din Djarin's origins as a foundling and stuff like that. That'd be okay. I'd be good with that. I just hope it doesn't water it down. And I hope they don't water the Book of Boba Fett down with too many cameos. That it just seemed like The Mandalorian almost got to the point where they were watering it down with too many cameos, and it was starting to take away from Mando's story. The season 1 of Mandalorian was amazing, and it was all because of that story. It was his story. There wasn't much as far as cameos and stuff, and there were mentions of things and all that stuff, but it was still raw. It was that story. It was separate from anything else we'd ever seen. And then they started bringing in all these cameos in season 2, and it kind of watered it down. And I was like, okay, you're getting to that point. All right, buddy. Good job, man. It'll be all right. I mean, we had Ahsoka, we had Boba Fett. Don't get me wrong, love Boba Fett, but he almost stole the show. Mention of Thrawn, and we had Bo-Katan, and it just, all these people showed up, and it was just becoming a little too much. Luke Skywalker definitely watered it down. I wish they would have stuck with the original concept art of Plo Koon. Figure out a way to keep that guy alive, bring him back. That would have furthered the story without hitting a wall and saying, oh my god, it's Luke Skywalker. Everybody been like, it's Plo Koon. How'd that happen? That's cool. Let's find out. Then it could have spun off into a Plo Koon story of post Order 66. Lucasfilm, you guys really need to hire me. I'm not saying my ideas are better than yours, and Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, you guys are amazing, but I'd like to work for you guys. I have some great ideas, more than I can even get to on this channel, because I have a stupid full-time regular job that takes up all my time, and I just let's make it a career. Let's hire me. All right, let me go back to some of the comments. What do I think about the rumors of Cad Bane in Book of Boba? Blaze Capex. I am down with Cad Bane being in the Book of Boba. Cad Bane was kind of a mentor to Boba Fett and then became his rival. I think that rivalry could continue, as well as the Han Solo / Boba Fett rivalry. But like I said, I don't want it to be watered down with too many cameos. And if you bring Han Solo in, it's gonna kill the show, because everybody knows who Han Solo is. Not everybody knows who Cad Bane is. They could squeak him in without it being watered down. Oh, I know Blaze Cap. I know he was just a fill-in because they wanted to keep the production crews and everything in the dark about Luke Skywalker coming in. They just put Plo Koon in as a filler until they could surprise everybody with, here's Luke Skywalker. But I think they should have let Plo Koon do it. I think that would have been amazing. I like Plo Koon. I like his story. I think he needs more of it. Yeah, I heard that too, Don. Thank you for putting that out. Don says Brendan Wayne, body double, has said season 3 will be more centric than season 2. And if anybody doesn't know, Brendan Wayne is the grandson of John Wayne, the old spaghetti western actor, and badass. They took a lung from the guy, and he said, I don't care, take the other one, I'll breathe like a fish. But yeah, I did hear that as well. And I also heard this will be the last season of The Mandalorian. But it will continue on through the other stories like Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic, if that ever comes out again, and other different stories. So, hey, DR, you've watched my fan fictions. You should see why Boba took so long to get his armor. The theory that I had a long time ago, and now other people are starting to come up with the same theory, and I'm not saying they're stealing it from me at all, but the theory is that he agreed with what Cobb Vanth was doing with the armor, and he was doing Mandalorian work, so he allowed him to use it for a time. I mean, it makes sense because he knew Cobb Vanth's name when he approached Mando about his armor. He said, the armor you got from Cobb Vanth. I mean, it's not hard to know a sheriff's name by any means, but to me it felt like he knew him a little more personally than just somebody mentioned Cobb Vanth's name having his armor. Yes, Don, he was one of the best Jedi. I mean, he rescued Ahsoka. I don't think they ever really said how he rescued her. I know he brought her to the Jedi Temple to be trained, but I don't remember the actual story. Oh, Danners, thank you for bringing that up, which is part of the reason why I put all of the War of the Bounty Hunters comics covers as the thumbnail for this. Danners asks, what's your thoughts on Crimson Dawn and the future for them in Star Wars? I honestly wish they didn't have a future in Star Wars. I'm not big on the criminal underworld like Black Sun. I like the Pikes. Those guys are pretty cool. They're different. The Hutts are really starting to irritate me now. And Crimson Dawn with qi'ra. Like I said before, the whole War of the Bounty Hunters is becoming about Crimson Dawn and qi'ra. And it's really annoying because they should have just made a Solo 2 and maybe a Solo 3, because I believe Alden Ehrenreich was originally slated for 3 movies, but they only did 1 because of the box office numbers. But they could do a Disney Plus series on Solo and finish out the Crimson Dawn story and get rid of them. I'd be good with that. I feel like my man Boba's getting watered down by Crimson Dawn, and so is Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra. And I don't know. I'll talk about the main Star Wars comic here in just a minute. I have my own thoughts on that. But I'm being really negative, and I apologize for that. I really do like the stories of the new ones. I just don't like how I feel like they told us this was going to be about Boba Fett getting Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt. To me, that means this is going to be about Boba Fett getting Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt. Well, looks like it's been about Qi'ra getting Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt or Darth Vader. And I feel like I was lied to about that whole thing, and now I'm finding out there's a series, a trilogy of these comic book series that are going to be about Qi'ra. And this is the first one. Now they're saying it's about Qi'ra. They're not saying it's about Boba Fett at all. So, I don't know. Just Lucasfilm just needs to hire me. That's all there is to it. Charles Soule, I love your work, dude. You do great stories and everything. You make sense of the nonsensical or unsensical or whatever it's called. And I just feel like I have so much I could offer. But, I mean, it's a dream. Sarlacc can swim. What am I missing? DR, if you didn't see the news, it's going around that season 3 of The Mandalorian is going to be the last season of The Mandalorian, but the story will continue on past that through the Ahsoka series. I'm hoping the Book of Boba Fett, Rangers of the New Republic, stuff like that. Blazecap, the main reason I think they're ending The Mandalorian at season 3 is because Pedro Pascal got that job in, what is it, The Last of Us or whatever on HBO. And his schedule's really busy. So, I don't know. They should have contracted him for more. That's all I can say. But when The Mandalorian came out, they weren't sure how it was going to do, so they couldn't just contract him for more. But they did contract Alden Ehrenreich for 3 solo movies, and then chopped that by 2/3. Mando with a Plan, you're onto something there. I'd love to see JodoCast in there. Have you seen my fan fictions on JodoCast? I need to finish those, but I started to write another piece of it the other day, and I just couldn't, for some reason my head couldn't get into it, and I couldn't figure out how to get JodoCast to his next step. I'll get back to it. I hit a stump. DR, keep that hashtag going, buddy. Yep, season 3 will be the last one, DR. I don't know if Boba Fett is going to be the new main show or Ahsoka. I have a feeling it'll be Ahsoka. And then there'll probably be a spinoff of Ezra and Thrawn or something like that. Oh, thanks, DR. Yeah, so Blazecap, was that a good enough thing about Crimson Dawn? Or, I'm sorry, Danners, was that a good synopsis of Crimson Dawn? I'm sorry. I was trying to answer all that, and I think I got sidetracked. Hey, if everybody wants to spread that hashtag around, that'd be awesome. I mean, even if they just said, hey, what kind of a story would you think we should do, or even if they just looked at my videos and stole it and didn't give me any credit, whatever. I mean, I don't care. I'm not making any money writing the stories right now anyway. It'd be nice to see them become famous. Yep. All right. Cool. Thank you, Mando with a Plan. Yeah, I mean, I'll get back to the JodoCast stuff. I just, for some reason, I hit a stump. I think it's because I was working on the Jango Fett fan fictions so hard that it took me a minute to switch gears back. Rekia Antara, thank you for joining. my Mandoa isn't as good as some people. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, a little disappointed with the War of the Bounty Hunters comics. Not terribly disappointed, but they got 2 more issues of that one, and then 10 more issues of all the other ones to bring it back around. So I'm not really troubled yet. Yeah, I'm monetized, DR, but I mean, I haven't been getting many views, so I'm not really making any money. The last couple months, I haven't made any money off of it, and that's fine. I just like making the videos. Um, I'm not in any danger of losing the monetization, but I just I just need it to pick up a little bit. Oh no, Amanda with a plan. I mean, I encourage anybody to make their own YouTube channel and their own videos and stuff like that, um, and just go for it. I mean, eventually you'll start liking it more, and you'll be like, "Hey, I need a new camera," and you'll get a new camera, and it'll be like, "Hey, I need a microphone." You get a microphone, and then you'll be like, "I need a new microphone." Upgrade, and you just keep doing that until you got the studio you want. I still don't have the studio I want. I want to upgrade my camera to a 4K, but Disney kind of wiped us out. We're going on another vacation next month. Um, that's wiping me out as well. So I'm going to be a little tight until after Christmas. Yeah, I did notice that, Ricky. Thank you. Um, yeah, the Mandoa written language is so cool. Um, it's it's a mixture of a lot of things. Like, what is it like? Greedo's language he was speaking. I think he was speaking Huttese, but Huttese and or Ewok or something. One of them is of an Asian language, and there's an African language somewhere in the Star Wars universe. Well, thanks, Dr. And congratulations getting monetized. That's awesome. I don't know if you know how the monetization thing works, but it's a little tricky. Um, you have to make $100 in a month before you'll get paid out for it, which is fine. I mean, it's been a couple months, and my money's been building up in there. I'm just waiting to get paid out, hopefully next month. And yeah, I like my camera and everything, but I'd like to have one that works as a webcam as well as I can take it around um, on on trips with me and stuff, so I can do live streams while I'm out without having to take my entire laptop and everything and microphone. Maybe like a GoPro or something like that. I think that would be really cool. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not making memes, DR. Sorry. I tried to make a meme the other day. I don't think I can post pictures on here. No, I don't know how to work this Streamlabs thing where I can post a picture, but yeah, I can just pull it up on my phone and show you. It's probably the first meme I've made in forever. Come on. Here, let's see if y'all can see that. There we go. Spider-Man, dude, where's my home? That's going to be the next one. I did make that meme. If somebody else has made it before me, then congratulations. I'm slow and dim-witted. But I thought it was funny because all these Spider-Man movies, like Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man lost his home, Spider-Man's evicted from his home, Spider-Man homeless. I don't know what they're all called, but I just think it's funny. Baylor Valance. Oh, thank you, Blaze Cap, for bringing me back on track. At first I didn't like Valance so much because he looked like the Terminator. I thought it was a Terminator ripoff. So now they've got Arnold Schwarzenegger as Valance, and they've got Sylvester Stallone as Hunter. So it kind of balances out, I guess. But I do kind of like the Valance character. He seems a little deeper than I originally thought. I thought he was just this jackass that tried to beat up Boba Fett and got his ass kicked, but then it shows he's a little deeper than that. So he's growing on me. Let's just say that he's growing on me. The one comic that I was really surprised at that I liked was the 4LOM and Zuckuss #1. Zuckuss Must Die. I was curious how they were going to make that, because the last we saw, Boba Fett kicked Zuckuss off a bridge and then ripped 4LOM's head off and used it to download some data. But I was like, how'd they bring... But it made sense. Zuckuss survived, and 4LOM's head was stuck on another droid, an evil droid. And by the end of the comic, I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for Zuckuss. His only friend. He's all depressed, and I was like, man, somebody needs to get this guy some antipsychotics or some antidepressants or something, because he's going to wind up killing himself. So I felt bad for him, because I felt like he'd been bullied or something. Yeah, I know he predates the Terminator, but when I first saw it, I was like, oh, he looks like Terminator. But which comic? You didn't like the 4LOM and Zuckuss? I did, because it was like darker than the other ones. It was a little more on the dark side. Like, I felt bad for Zuckuss. I mean, I didn't feel bad. I wish he probably should have died off when Boba Fett kicked him off the bridge. Because, I mean, he messed with my man, Slave One. Yeah. Do I think Qi'ra betrayed Maul? By the way she's talking in the War of the Bounty Hunters comics, perhaps. Because when she's going against Darth Vader, she's like, something along the lines of, I fought a Sith before, or something like that, or I learned from a Sith, but you're definitely more powerful. And so that means she got the upper hand on Maul somehow, but she didn't defeat him. She didn't kill him. We all know how Maul died. She may have thrown him under the bus a little, and that caused him to run to Mandalore to start the siege of Mandalore. So, yeah, that'd be an interesting to write about. I might... Man, you're just giving me all kinds of ideas for fan fictions. I don't have a pen handy. Yes, I do. I do have a pen. I'm going to write it down in my handy-dandy notebook, like Blue's Clues. All right. Oh, I actually opened up to a Darth Maul page. Darth Maul / Qi'ra fanfic. All right. Cool. It's another idea to work on. Thank you. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Slave One. That's right, Mando with a plan. Slave One. Not the Fire Spray. Fire Spray is the class of ship it is. It is not a name. Yeah, I could. That'd be cool. I mean, I could come up with a script to put on my nifty little teleprompter here / iPad, and do a live stream reading of one of my fanfics, if you guys would like to see that. Yeah, Blaze Cap, I'm not going to go too much into the Slave One name change. I don't care if they change the name, as long as it's something that makes sense to the storyline. I wish if they do change it, but I heard them changing it to Fire Spray is just a farce, that it's not really, it's a rumor that somebody started and it's not really a thing. But if hypothetically they ever did change the name of it, Jester's Legacy is the only name that makes sense to go along with the Boba Fett storyline. And it works for Jango Fett as well. They could have been called the Slave One when Jango had it, and then later on in life, Boba decided, you know what, I was never a slave. I do love my father and everything, but let's go on back a little farther and a little deeper into somebody that saved my father and call it Jester's Legacy. Cosmic Rogue. Yeah, IGN. Good old IGN. I mean, they're almost as reliable as Doom Wiener or whatever his name is. Or whoever that girl was that said Pedro Pascal quit The Mandalorian before season 2 filmed. Yeah, it kind of looked like he was in it. And people still subscribe to her. I don't get that. Yeah, everybody will still call it Slave 1. I know I will. I've been calling it Slave 1 for 40-something years. I'm not going to change now. Yeah, I'm looking at the video thing, man. I'm getting a little shaggy here. I think it's about time to trim it up. Yeah, a little bit. Grace Randolph, that's the one. Thank you, Blaze Cap. I usually don't like saying these negative YouTubers' names on here, but you know what? I'm in a mood. I'm in a salty mood. I'm a little stressed, so I don't care. I'll say Grace Randolph. People still subscribe to her, even though most of this stuff she puts out is lies. Just outright made up lies and claims to have inside sources. And you don't have freaking inside sources. Your inside source is Doom Wiener or Mike Z or somebody like that. Everybody's using these people and saying they're my inside sources. And every time they're wrong. Why are you still using them? Why are you still quoting them? Ha! Got that off my chest. Oh, what Star Wars books do I have? Which ones? Let's see. Over here, I have a couple. I'm reading like 6 novels at one time. So I got the new High Republic, Rising Storm. Haven't started on that yet. And The Empire Strikes Back from a Certain Point of View. Some great stories in here. I like this one because you can read a story at a time. You don't have to finish the whole novel. You don't even have to read the whole novel. Just read the stories you want to read and then move on. Can't wait till they make the Return of the Jedi one. That would be where they should take some of my Boba Fett fan fictions, as in Boba Fett wants to kill Jabba the Hutt, and that's why he's at Jabba's palace. Just saying, Dave Filoni. So when the stream ends, my Django reacts to Slave 1 drama meme comes. So Fanatic, watch it. I know you'll definitely like. I'll check it out, DR. Why don't you go ahead and post a link to it in here so everybody else can check it out too. You're monetized now. Let's get you some views. You help me out, I help you out. That's the way it goes. I don't mind helping you out anyway. So as far as the books, let me get this stand out of the way here. Getting a little dusty in my cave, but I've got 2 full shelves of Star Wars books down there. They go all the way back to here. And I've got more books. All my comics are over there lined up underneath my television. I've got more books upstairs. I've got these here. So I've got a lot. I've got a lot of Star Wars books. Most of them I haven't read yet. Here, I'm going to give y'all another hashtag to run with, all right? Hashtag. There, try that one. Yep. McDonald's money, huh? Yes, Boba Fett is in the Certain Point of View stories. There's, I believe, 3 stories about Boba Fett. One of them's about Boba Fett. The other ones are about people around Boba Fett. The one about Boba Fett is when he arrives on the Super Star Destroyer to accept the contract from Darth Vader, and he and the other bounty hunters are standing around talking about it, what bullcrap it is, and how they don't want to work for Vader, but they have to. Yep. You should be able to post a link to it already, though, DR. I do it on Facebook all the time. Post links to premieres that are hours away. You all right there, little buddy? All right. All right, calm down. Chill out, man. You know when you do that, you fall over. Any of these hashtags would be great. Who knows? Maybe Dave Filoni's seen my stuff already and hates it, or I doubt it. But maybe Jon Favreau's looked at it and said, "Meh." But you know what? I'm no worse than some of the writers out there. But I'm not better than some of the writers out there either. Some of them are amazing. Some of them are just okay. Charles Soule, I think he's good. He writes a good story. I think he should do more novels rather than comic books, because in the comic books it seems like the dialogue is becoming clunky, and that's not his fault. It's just the format of what it is. Yeah. So let's go back and look at some more comments. Yeah, I don't think anybody'd bother attacking me either, if that's who you're talking about. Um, I'm a little man. I don't have a big channel or anything, but I did kind of get attacked by Star Wars Theory in one of the comment sections of one of his videos, and I didn't care. I kind of laughed it off and thought it was funny, because, I mean, this guy with 3 million subscribers is messing with a guy with less than 5,000 subscribers. Come on, man, you're looking petty and high schoolish at this point. And I wasn't attacking him personally. I was just attacking the content, really. Not even attacking it. Just so what it said was, hang on a second. No. So what it was a video about hating on Star Wars again, because he's been doing that a lot lately. And I mean, yeah, I'm going to call him out. I'm going to say his name this time because I'm in one of those salty moods. Star Wars Theory was saying how much he hates the new trilogy and how it's not George Lucas's Star Wars anymore and all this stuff. And all I really said on the comment section was, you're right, it's not George Lucas's Star Wars. And frankly, I'm tired of hearing people say it's not George Lucas's Star Wars. George Lucas didn't want to create any more Star Wars. He sold the franchise to Disney. And I gave an analogy. I said, it's like me selling my car to you and then me telling you what to do with that car. I can't. It's your car now. Modify it however you want. Cut the tires if you like. Stab a knife through the engine or shoot it. Whatever. It's up to you. It's yours. So for them to say they need to take George Lucas's input on Star Wars, I'm sorry, he doesn't have a say in it anymore. He can, advise and say, yeah, look here, this is what I was thinking with this character when I created it. Cool, that helps them move forward. But then Star Wars Theory got upset and said, who are you to tell me what my headcanon can be? I don't tell you what yours can be, and all this. I said, dude, this wasn't an attack on you. It's an attack on the whole hashtag that not George Lucas's Star Wars. So, yeah, and I was just like, dude, really? I said, I respect what you do here. I said, but I'm just tired of the negativity in the community. It's getting old. And he just pretty much ignored me after that. So I got a rise out of Star Wars Theory. It seems like a lot of us smaller YouTubers are getting that rise out of him. I think he went after, who is it, Star Wars Lore, or the one that says, have you seen Star Wars? He went after that guy. He also went after Star Wars Meg a couple weeks ago. And we're all little small potatoes. I'm even smaller potatoes than the other two. But as far as he's concerned, they're small potatoes. And he needs to just quit going after little YouTubers. It's a community. Be a community. Anyways, that's my rant about Star Wars Theory. The guy just pissed me off, so I unsubscribed to him. Yeah, exactly. Lucas was happy to sell it, but he wasn't happy they didn't use his treatments. It's like, come on, dude. And I've heard so many things about his treatments. When The Force Awakens came out, everybody's like, "This is a good movie. This is a good movie. This is good. It's okay. It's a bad movie." It just faded from there, kind of like the Phantom Menace did when it came out. And then George Lucas came out and said, "Well, this was going to be my treatment for Episode 7, and it was all about midichlorians and little microscopic beings and all this stuff, and it was centered around that." And I was like, that sounds like shite, dude. We can't have that. We can't have more of that. That's one reason people hated the Phantom Menace. So then after The Rise of Skywalker comes out, everybody's like, "Oh, Colin Trevorrow's script was so much better. Look at this. Blah, blah, blah. This is my canon." It's not canon. They threw it out. They didn't even make it. They kicked him out because of his ideas. So sorry, it didn't get made. I know a lot of people hate the sequel trilogy. I'm not trying to love on it or dash anybody's dreams or anything like that. But then George Lucas comes out again and says, "Well, my treatment for the sequel trilogy was this. Darth Maul's going to be the big bad and all this." I'm like, wait, whoa. Let's go back 5 years, dude. You just said about 5 years ago that it was all about midichlorians and microscopic beings and all this stuff. So now you're seeing Darth Maul as a popular character and you're saying, "Oh, my story's about Darth Maul." When originally you killed off Darth Maul and Dave Filoni had to kind of talk you into bringing him back because he was such a fan favorite. It's not your story anymore, guy. Sorry. As much as people hate the sequel trilogy and wish it was your story, guy, it's not. I'm sorry. I told y'all I'm in a salty mood. I'm in a weird headspace and somebody's coming on down. Let me see some more of the comments here. Anyways, my daughter just going into the laundry room. The Django vid is out now. All right, DR, I will check that out, buddy. I have a clause where you can still say this is how this works. Yeah, Billy Bob, I don't disagree with that. I think that I think he did originally have that clause, but I don't think it was where he can say this is how it should be moving forward. I think it's more of an advisory role of this is what this character meant when he said this, or these are the thoughts of this character. This is this guy's motivation. This scene really buckled down means something different. Something like that. Not that he can write the whole story moving forward and that be that. Yeah, salt and vinegar chips, DR. I'll take them. Spicy ramen and fried spam. Yeah, I will, DR. I'll leave you a comment. Let's see. He went after Goldman on Twitter. Goldman, I'm sorry, who's Goldman, Blaze Cap? I'm not familiar with who everybody is. His videos on the Darth Vader comics are him looking at things to pick apart. I mean, he looks at everything to pick apart. He used to be such a good channel. We're still talking about Star Wars theory as far as I'm concerned. He used to be such a great channel. I used to love watching his stuff. I loved his Vader fan fiction that he made. I think he was a little whiny about it not being monetized. He does know the rules of monetization. And he used Star Wars music, so sorry, buddy. That's the way it goes. Go back, edit it, put your own music in it, and then redo it. That's what I do. Anyways, so he used to be such a great channel, and then he just became so salty and following trends. And I'm not down with that. You're not going to be on the camera. Just stand up and walk upstairs. Thank you. Anyways. Oh, I'll have to check that out, Blaze Cap. Thank you. Mark Landers, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm enjoying the future of the Star Wars story as well. Thank you for bringing me back around. Yeah. I got a little upset there for a minute. But, I mean, I'm trying to produce good content for you guys. I try to stay positive. I try to stay upbeat and happy about anything Star Wars, really. I mean, I do criticize things when I feel like they're not what they told us it was going to be, not because it's not what I expected or not because it's not what I theorized, because I'm good with my theories being subverted and my expectations as well. But when you tell me something's going to be a certain way and that turns out to be totally wrong, then I get upset and I criticize it. But I don't hate it. I don't hate on it. I just say, okay, this is how you could have done it a little bit different in the marketing. Thank you, DR. I appreciate that. You're my biggest cheerleader. You know that? Yeah, I mean, as far as... Oh, yeah? As far as content goes for the Disney Star Wars stuff, there's only really been 4 things that people have criticized on it. Well, 3 really. The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, and Resistance. But Resistance was made for kids. I'm sorry, we adults weren't supposed to enjoy that show, which I did not. And that's fine. I'll watch it again, try to enjoy it, but it's whatever. Danners, not really. That opens it up to too much multiverse, and I really don't want to get into a multiverse in Star Wars. Marvel's doing a great job doing that, especially with like the Spider-Man thing and the Thanos timeline and stuff like that. So, yeah, DR. So I hope they kind of stay away from the what if stuff. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels that make the what if videos, and I like it. I like what they do. I like how they do it. I do a couple of them myself as well. No, I haven't watched the entire gallery on The Mandalorian behind the scenes. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked really easy. Yeah, yeah, Star Wars Visions comes out next month, and I will be out of town when it comes out, so I won't get to see it until I get back. I will be heading to the mountains for a 4-day retreat in a cabin with a hot tub and family, and it's going to be great. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I was so salty. Like I was saying, I try to be positive for you guys. I try to create good content and everything. And then when I see, like, people being so negative and everything and just following trends because that's what's going to get them views, and it does get them views, then that upsets me a little bit because I'm not being a cheerleader for Star Wars. I'm not being a shill for Disney by any means. I do know they've made missteps, but they've also came back around and created some really good stuff. And they've been taking Legends material into account. Not all of it, but little pieces of it. And that's what you get at first, is little pieces at a time until they decide what they're going to do overall. I don't mind it, DR. I mean, I just get up at 3 a.m. and watch it before work. Yeah, the Polynesian spa. And I'm going to sit in that hot tub and I'm going to be like, I'm Mr. Action Man. I'm Mr. Action Man. And I'm going to tell myself that over and over and over. So I finally start believing it. Let's see. Who's Greg? And why does he have a vision for Star Wars? Yeah, no on the what if Boba Fett died in the Sarlacc. We already had that for 40-something years where we thought Boba Fett died in the Sarlacc. He's back now. Let's not revert back to that. Anyways, I might go over a little bit longer because I just need to expel some wind from my mouth, not the other end. I'm not going to break wind on camera. That's horrible. I need to shut up. Oh, I got you, DR. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why I'm not getting a lot of views on my videos, because I'm a little late posting videos on different content that comes out. Like, I need to be the first to post something on The Bad Batch, and I'm a couple days late. or I need to be the first to post a reaction on Visions, and I'm like 4 days late on that one. But I don't know. One day I'm just going to take the leap, quit my job, and do this and see how it goes. My wife will kill me. I know exactly how it'll go. That's not a George Lucas advisory either. That's a definite. She will stab me in the back of the neck one day when I'm making a video. And rightfully so. Yeah, but I really need to get more on the ball with this stuff, like getting up at 3 a.m. making the videos and trying to get them in. I don't know. I've lost some subscribers over the last week, and it's really got me down. And the work thing, that's got me down. I got you, Billy Bob. I knew what you meant. I was just teasing with you. But, guys, I am going to have to get off here. I have some housework I have to get done, some remodeling stuff, and R2D2 probably wants to go to sleep. Maybe, DR, you may become more famous than I am. I mean, you never know. And I'm not really famous. Maybe one day. We'll see. We'll see. But I know if I cry about something on YouTube, or that comes out from Star Wars, like literally man tears, I'm not going to post it on my channel. I'm not going to make a reactionary video of me crying wet tears down my face and then get upset when somebody at Lucasfilm calls me out for it. It's not going to happen because, I don't know. At first I was like, dude, you do you. But now I'm like, that was a cry for attention. Did your parents not love you? Anyways, I'm sorry. I need to shut up before I get called out again by this douche. Well, thank you. Thank you, DR. I really appreciate it. And everybody, thank you so much for joining me today and listening to my ramblings and my negativity. I'm usually not like this. I'm usually upbeat and positive and happy. But like I said, I've been in a salty mood lately and just a little off kilter. Yes, Billy Bob, I do need time for everything. Then Blaze Cap, yep, I knew you know what I was talking about. But I do need to get off here. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Stay up to date on my videos. And check out some of my other videos, my theories, my fan fictions, my discussions. I try to be upbeat and positive, like I said. Go ahead and hit the like button. Everybody jump over and smack that like button. And let's see how we do. Thanks, DR. Nah, I don't need a war with him. I'd probably just ignore him if he said anything about me and let other people judge me or decide, what's right and what's wrong. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I will see you again on Mando Monday. And thank you for watching. And remember, this is the